Hey guys, listen, really quickly before we start the show, I want to give a very special shout out to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. Big shout out to Bogard Scott Free. We did a 2.5 hour episode. It's absolute magic, talking a whole lot of mess on there. That link will be in the description below. Be sure you subscribe to his channel. Also, another link is going to be on a channel that I'm going to be at on the end of this month. It's going to take and be called the Ethan and Mike Sports Show, where they talk about all South Florida sports. So, hey, it's a Southern Florida thing. I'm from Florida. It's only right that we do it. So, hey, let's hop in the episode. Enjoy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. So happy you guys are here today. Man, today we're going to talk about my guy, Tua Tagovailoa, and why he is destined to start this year, his rookie year. May even mess around and get the rookie of the year. But before we start, check this out. Okay, there it is. Now we can take and start the episode. You guys, I am so happy to finally have this jersey. I've been waiting, feels like 5-6 weeks for the dang jersey. Initially, it was saying that I was going to get it at the end of the September, and I've even heard people they're going to have to wait all the way until November. But I got it way before then. Big shout out to Fanatics.com and NFL.com, and taking you guys pushing out this product for us to forget about all the craziness in the world. Anywho, want to take and talk about in this episode, as I had mentioned, 4 different scenarios. Now, I'm going to take you guys on a roller coaster with this episode because, the competition, if Tua will start, if Ryan Fitzpatrick will start, what's going to happen? Will Tua get injured again? What's the Miami Dolphins contingency plan? Why did they draft so aggressive, and why did they build the O-line up so much? Man, we going to get into it. Anywho, scenario 1, Ryan Fitzpatrick will start all of the 2020 season. Now, yes, I bought this jersey. Yes, it would suck to see my man start a whole other year, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's about the long-term goal, not the short-term goal, okay? What I will take and say is that Ryan Fitzpatrick, this guy is competitive as they come. Check this out is what he said. He goes, "I'm as competitive as they come," Fitzpatrick said. "I want to go out there and start. I know that there are a lot of forces that go into it from all kinds of different sides. Whether that happens, who knows, okay? In order for our team to be successful, whoever is playing that QB room has to be successful, okay? I was able to see and feel every day at the end of last year, the way that we had things going and the confidence that was in the building," Fitzpatrick said. The guy is, you guys got to realize, this guy has played for 14, 15 freaking different NFL teams. He's played for a lot of different teams. And for each team, for him to throw touchdowns for, was it over 10 different NFL teams? Guys, that's, even if that was like 4 different NFL teams, I'm like, man, that's a big feat. But man, to like double that number, that is a lot. That says a lot about him. Now, obviously, Fitzpatrick, one minute he's playing like he's freaking Peyton Manning. The next minute he's Brian Hoyer. I will take and say is that, with Tua still taking and healing, that might actually be the best plan for him to sit out a whole other year. Make sure his hip really takes and heals, okay? But with the talent out I don't know. They had Trent Dilfer take and say that he's the best QB prospect, college QB prospect that he's ever seen. Even better, he compared Joe Burrow to Tua Tagovailoa, saying that is a Maserati. Guys, that's almost disrespectful to Joe Burrow, but damn, I sure am happy Tua Tagovailoa's on our team. But you guys, the moves that we're making, the culture that we have, we were able to accomplish almost every single thing that we wanted in one season. And who would have thought it would have been a 5-win season? After all, we were tanking, right? Anywho. But yeah, that would be scenario number 1. So for scenario number 2 is that Ryan Fitzpatrick only starts part of the year, okay? Now, some people, spectators, are saying he'll start the first 3 games. He'll start until they start losing, or he'll start maybe majority of the year until it comes in the last couple games just to get some little bit of water behind his ears, okay? But what I will take and say is that is also good because that gives Tua Tagovailoa to be more closer with his teammates. That gives him more time to take and learn from Ryan Fitzpatrick, because while he is not Peyton Manning, while he's not Tom Brady, while he's not Donovan McNabb and some of the other great quarterbacks that came before him, he is a very good and skilled quarterback. And for you to jump around to different NFL teams, that's like learning a different language. That's like someone moving to China one year, then they move to Singapore, then they move to Thailand, then they move to America, then they move to Puerto Rico, then Brazil, then to Nigeria. guess what? You're going to have to learn the language in each of those areas. Just like football, each playbook is a different language, maybe different schemes. There's just so much that goes into the game of football. So there's a lot. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick is probably one of the best people that you can actually take and learn from. I even theorize that maybe that's a big reason why, despite Jameis Winston's interceptions when he was over in Tampa Bay, the year that Ryan Fitzpatrick was over there, was a year or two, I believe it was. I think Jameis Winston, he really learned a lot from him. So guys, I see records getting broken with Tua Tagovailoa. Maybe I'm being overly excited. Yeah, a little bit. but yeah, I'm definitely picturing Tua somewhere between weeks 13 and week 3. I definitely picture Tua Tagovailoa coming in and taking over the crown as starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. Scenario number 3 is that Tua Tagovailoa takes and starts week 1. Yes, that's right. I said it. It is definitely possible that with the production of his hip, the healing of his hip, with modern technology, it is completely, unequivocally, 100% possible that he can start week 1. You guys got to remember, guys, they brought in, some of the best running backs in the league to play for our team. They brought in people who can actually win battles in the trenches and not have our quarterback get smacked around like a Chucky the Doll dummy, okay? We have our defense is stacked. Our offensive weapons are still there. Why not start Tua Tagovailoa? Why not? It's definitely possible. So we'll take and see what happens. I know a lot of folks that let him sit out a year. Oh, that's a possibility. Or maybe have him start later in the year. That's also a possibility. But as scenario 3, I have Tua Tagovailoa taking and starting all year. And who knows? Maybe even taking us to the big one, Super Bowl. Scenario 4, I have Ryan Fitzpatrick starting in week 1, however, gets injured, and then they still don't put in Tua. Then they decide to take and put in Josh Rosen. He gets injured or pulled because he sucks so much, and then Tua Tagovailoa ends up taking his crown as the starting quarterback. Definitely possible, you guys. You guys have seen a few NFL teams. Look at the Philadelphia Eagles last year. They lost quarterback after quarterback, and ultimately that bit them in the butt when they finally made it to the playoffs. Good and dang well that they probably could have won some more games and made it deeper in the playoffs. But anywho, I want to take and say that, that would also be a possibility, because if Coach Brian Flores is so set on Tua Tagovailoa taking, and hey, he's not going to start week 1, okay? And we're going to start with Ryan Fitzpatrick, and we're really, truly going to give him 1 year. But there may be that point where they're like, hey, the fans are going to be screaming pandemonium, Tua, Tua. Once Ryan Fitzpatrick starts throwing interception, Tua, Tua. Once Josh Rosen comes in there, they're like, Tua, Tua, Tua. That guy sucks. I'm sorry. He's not a Rosen fan at all. But anywho, that's always a possibility as well, too. So anywho, those are my 4 scenarios of what could potentially happen in this upcoming NFL season. You guys, make sure that you go down to the bottom of the screen, subscribe, be the change that you want to see. Don't wait for the government to give it to you. Don't wait for you to see a social media post to motivate you. You go out, have those difficult conversations. Let's love one another. Let's grow as a country. Power to the people. God bless you, and thanks for watching The Touchdown with Doug Smith. Take a moment to discuss what's going on with the George Floyd incident currently right now, not only in Minnesota, not only in America, it's got all the way out to New Zealand, Sweden, all around the world. This may seem like dark times, but guys, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. After every storm, there is a beautiful rainbow, okay? We're finally having the discussion of race in America. No more sweeping underneath the rug. Racism has truly showed its ugly, disgusting face, okay? Now, I do want to take and say for this message what I'm about to especially say is for all, non-black people. You have a voice. You have a voice to take and do the right thing, okay? If you take and you see someone out there making a stupid comment, I would talk to them. I would take and have a very serious discussion. We need to nip this right in the butt, okay? Unfortunately, as long as there's a devil, there's always going to be hatred in the world. But guess what? You could be the angel in someone's life that takes and makes that change that they may not even know that they may need, okay? You in Rhode Island, you in Maine, you in Oregon, you in Arizona, you in Wisconsin, wherever you are, okay? And please know I'm not pointing anybody out specific, but if that hits you in your heart, please know that you have a voice to make a change. Let's make not only America great, but great for all people. And that especially includes my black brothers and sisters, okay? There's so much more than the game of football. There's so much more than your comedians on stage, okay? These are people with homes, families, lives, dreams, aspirations, okay? We're not all that different, y'all. We're all, at the end of the day, we're all related. We're all one big family. We're all God's creation. So don't forget that, okay?